Many different parts of our personalities and emotions control the way how we react to certain situations.
An analytical study of data and facts.
Or anxiously overthinking every single movement you make and wondering why random people probably think you're weird.
Like how that person over there definitely thinks I'm weird for just standing here.
Absolutely not. Alternatively, we could look at things logically and consider the unhealthy thought processes that made us come to that conclusion. But before we get into that, we present you with My Negative Thoughts by Thomas Sanders.
So, relatable moment time. If you ever acted or wanted to act or watched High School Musical, you know that in order to be a part of the show, you must first partake in the dreaded audition process. And earlier today, I subjected myself to yet another one of those horrible judge fests. I tried to play it off. I tried to pretend like it's what I had to go up on stage, announce my name, sing 16 bars, and be done with it. But it can never be that easy, can it? In this most recent audition, I don't know, it was rough. Mistakes were made. I don't even know if I want to think about it. You know what? Yes, I do. Logic brings the as a stupid.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you know, you should really give us a fair warning before pulling us into one of these vlogs, Thomas.
Learn Spanish?
Not really. I'm trying to learn a particular phrase in a multitude of languages, and you know what? It doesn't really matter. What can I do for you, Thomas?
Okay, so I just recently had an audition.
Oh yes, for one of those stage productions for professional make-believe.
Yes, and the audition is over.
It would seem so.
I either get the part or I don't.
Yes, that's how it works. Is this new information for you, or?
I just want to know, objectively, how did I do?
Screwed up.
Anxiety!
Anxiety, what are you doing here? Yeah, this is exactly what you do every time I pop up. Let's just skip that part. We get it. You don't want me here, but I'm here, and this is what I do.
Oh, I don't think that's all.
You did a bad job, Sanders.
Alright.
Where specifically did you do a bad job?
Try the beginning. You choked.
Thomas, how many times do I have to tell you? Chew your food.
No,
No, that's too literal.
you forgot the lyrics.
I forgot the song, Logan. I tripped right out of it.
Well, you should watch where you're stepping.
Just focus on forgetting the song.
Way more work than it should be.
Okay, well, would it help you to know that it's not always essential to remember one's lines?
It isn't?
When is it ever okay to forget your lines?
Well, in Christopher Nolan's 2008 film The Dark Knight, when Michael Caine first saw Heath Ledger enter the Joker in all his makeup, it startled him so much that it caused him to forget his lines. And that tape was so organic that it was used in the final cut of the film.
Yes!
That is an extremely specific and random fact for you to call upon for the sake of feeling secure.
Whatever works.
And that's a movie where you have the benefit of picking and choosing the best out of several takes. This is theater, where you only had one shot, and he threw it away.
Oh, you're using limit one Miranda's words against me. Logic, say something!
I mean, it was colorfully phrased, but it's not an unfair point. Why are you asking me for help? I'm not usually your source of positivity. Why not some infancy? Ease your self-confidence, your ego, and he loves to see me artsy, frivolous displays. I'm confused.
Yeah, Prince was on stage with me the entire time today, and let's just say the performance I gave, my ego's a bit bruised.
Okay, well, how about morality? That hardened quad pod is an unending source of delusional optimism.
He's taking care of Quincy, feeding him cream with broccoli soup.
Oh no, that is not good. Cream-based broth will upset Prince's stomach.
Logic, focus!
Apologies. So they are no help to you whatsoever.
No! Right now I don't feel too confident and optimistic in my chances. I was hoping that you could tell me that I did good. Objectively,
Yes, unfortunately I cannot do that, Thomas. Perhaps this time you may have to consider that you did not do particularly well.
Yeah, it was a train wreck.
Time out. That seemed very emotionally charged.
What are you talking about? I just said what you said, only more effectively.
I see the issue, Thomas.
what is it?
I now realize there's only one persona here holding sway over your feelings, and they fall quite heavily on the negative end of the spectrum. If you allow your thinking to be influenced too much by negative emotions, this will lead to cognitive distortion.
Cognitive distortion.
No, cognitive distortion.
Haagen-Dazs dispersion.
Getting further away. Cognitive distortions. I don't know what you're saying. It's when you think things are different than how they actually are.
Oh, like imaginary.
Kind of, but bad imaginary.
No.
Therefore, I must just do what I can to guide you towards a more accurate outlook.
Of course, when it comes down to it, you take Princey's side.
I'm not taking his side. Did I say I was taking his side?
No.
Quite honestly, I find both you and Princey to be a little too extra.
Oh, yeah, word.
Yes, I've been studying.
So proud of you.
I cannot make you feel better with positive or comforting words, but I can work to bring a clearer vision of the entire situation that this corner of the room seems to be obscured.
I would write an angsty sonnet illustrating my contempt for you if I actually cared enough about what you were saying right now.
Okay, well, Logan, what do you propose?
Anxiety seems to be swaying with his reasoning, so I will attempt to do the same in the only civil way I know how, a debate.
Good afternoon from the Sanders Mine Palace Center. I am Thomas Sanders, your supply of semi-humorous public posts at 3 in the morning. And I'm welcome to the first, and hopefully only, 2022 emotional compromise debate between Secretary of Watchful Defense Logan and Supreme Court Overlord of Negative Commerce. I'm afraid I'm going to do your name.
No.
Worth a shot. Anxiety. This debate is sponsored by the National Essential Reasoning Department, or NERD,
Or we don't have to abbreviate it.
and the Public Humiliation Foundation.
I'm a monthly donor.
The format has been determined by Logan.
Rick!
For 1 minute segments centering on recent personal events that have troubled me greatly. Please help me out!
Keep calm, carry on.
Right. I am an adult. Me? Big boy? No! Each debater will have 30 seconds to answer their question, followed by a response from their opponent. Are we clear on the rules?
Yes.
Stupid.
Let the debate begin. Anxiety, your first question goes to you.
Oh, too much pressure, no.
Yesterday, I was texting someone who I liked very much. They made me feel itty bitty butterflies in my tummy and sunshine in my heart. At one point in the conversation, they suddenly stopped replying to me. My question is to you: do they hate me?
Yeah.
Interesting. Would you kind of elaborate?
I mean, why else would they not reply to you? People use their phones for everything these days. Do you honestly believe that there's a chance this person didn't see your text? You were probably just annoying them the whole time, and they were replying just to be nice, and then that got bored.
Logic response.
Thomas, this sounds to me like the prime example of the cognitive distortion known as jumping to conclusions, or inference observation confusion. There could be a multitude of reasons why they didn't reply, especially when you were unaware of how they were feeling, what was going on while they were texting, their battery life.
How much they hate you.
I waited for my turn to speak. Please do not disrespect the safety of the rules we made up just now. As I was saying, it is very easy for one to draw conclusions from limited data, but that is a fool's errand. The information you have is as follows. You were conversating, humans typically socialize with other humans they enjoy, and for some unknown reason, that conversation abruptly ended. Does this individual dislike you? That's TBD.
Totally believable, dude.
To be determined.
Okay. Well, those are very important things to consider. So, thank you, Logan.
My argument was more convincing.
Falsehood.
Next question. We start with Logan.
I am ready.
Last week, I planned to be super productive, get a whole bunch of tasks finally taken care of, and be ahead of time.
All thanks to my proposal to the plan that was voted on.
Yes, however, certain tasks never got around to. The plan was not successfully carried out as I would have hoped. Was it always?
No, not necessarily.
That's not a straight answer.
Can I finish?
Well, are you going
Can
to?
I finish my statement? I was making a statement.
You
You
didn't
didn't
really
finish
do
my
that.
statement.
Gentlemen, if we get back on the task.
I'm just trying to make a statement.
Ridiculous.
Were we ordered to this?
The plain answer to that question, Thomas, is that you did not follow through with your plan. Therefore, yes, it was a waste. See, Logan, I even used your reasoning to come to that conclusion.
Okay, that was your turn. Now it's my turn. Thomas, did you complete all that you set out to do? No, but you're leaving out the things that you did get done. This act of ignoring the positives is called mental filtering, and it is not healthy. Give yourself credit for the things that were accomplished. Thank you.
This is unfair. You're rooting against me, and you're the moderator.
Oh, what's the matter, Anxiety? Are you worried that your silver tongue will land you in second place? I'm sorry, but you just kiss at me.
I do that when I start reaching my limit with stupid questions.
Bear with me a little longer. Anxiety this morning, I went to go get a coffee, and the barista was extremely charming.
Charming.
Things are going well. There was some witty banter, and then the inevitable, enjoy your coffee. I replied with, you two, did I?
You blew it in your moron.
I was right about moving on.
Wait, do I not get a turn?
I don't think it's really necessary. His argument was pretty airtight.
Boom.
No, it wasn't. See what you just did there? What anxiety is having you do is called magnifying. Taking one or a couple minuscule, possibly unfortunate moments and make them out to be bigger than they were. It sounds like the rest of the exchange went how an optimal courtship should be conducted.
I mean, I guess.
He just wants us to ignore the important facts, the ones that matter.
Falsehood, that's what you're doing.
Oh, so you admit they're important?
Okay, you know what?
What are you doing?
I'm writing you a prescription for a figurative chill pill. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, let's move on. Last issue, I will go for open discussion. I posted a video recently that did not do as well as a lot of my other videos. Is this the beginning of the end for me?
Well, now, you can't argue with numbers. It could very well be time to panic and or cry.
Preposterous.
Your mom is preposterous.
I'm ignoring you. What you're doing there, Thomas, is called overgeneralizing. You're letting one less than ideal event speak for any and all future events, and that is a pointless venture.
Your mom is pointless.
Let's keep the mothers out of this, alright? Especially considering the fact that neither of you have them.
If she did exist, she'd be preposterous and pointless.
Excuse me. All I'm saying is that this is not the first time a video has underperformed. In the past, has any specific video's lack of popularity ever been indicative towards a trend towards failure?
I guess not.
Your life is proven to have its peaks and valleys, but those valleys always eventually lead to peaks again.
So true.
You know what? I've had enough of this. None of this makes any difference. You know why? Because I'm right and you're wrong. That's why.
Savage.
Wait, why are you complimenting?
I'm saying that he's acting like an aggressive brainless savage. Oh no, is that another contemporary slang word I can learn?
It is.
I cannot keep up with these.
Here, I'm ready to give my closing statement. This is stupid. He's stupid. I'm out.
Okay, he's throwing a tantrum. I do not engage tantrum throwers.
Scenario over.
How dare you? That was my dream space.
Was it really getting us anywhere?
Actually, I think maybe it did.
How?
Well, when I messed up during the audition today, I thought the director immediately hated me, but that may have been me jumping to a conclusion.
Correct.
You forgot the song. That's the whole thing.
True, but when I was given that second chance, I did pretty well. I may have been magnifying that one mistake to make it seem bigger than it was. I have to try to not mentally filter out the good parts of my audition, the parts I can look back on and feel proud of.
You learning things is the closest I will ever be to feeling love.
Great. So you've reasoned your way through today. What's going to happen if and when you find out you're not cast in this show?
Well, I'll be bummed, but I won't overgeneralize. One bad audition doesn't speak for everything I have to offer. I'm capable of doing better, and I will.
Well done, Thomas. A+ for today.
And well done to you, sir.
And anxiety.
Save your insults. I'm just gonna duck out.
Actually, I was going to tell you it was a good debate today.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, you did a good job.
How? I'm barely trying. I hissed at you.
Yes, I must admit that is a fairly uncommon debate tactic, but despite you clearly not enjoying taking part, you still participated, you offered your points, and you even reasoned in your own way, and all that is commendable.
So pure.
I gotta say, I don't really know how to react to you complimenting me. Kinda thought you didn't like me. Especially after last time when you called me undefeated.
Well, you are wrong about a lot of things, but I don't necessarily mind your company. The other two can bring a whole lot of sunshine, and that can be unbearable, and I can't imagine having a debate with either one of them.
I guess I kinda just assumed.
You jumped to a conclusion.
We were just talking about this, weren't we?
Touche. Thanks.
Glad to see you guys are working something out.
We didn't work anything out.
He's as stubborn as ever.